Based on research and based on people's opinion, we will therefore conclude that he's a good president.
Why? Hold your horses, bro.
No, wait.
Okay, say what you wanted to.
He is a good president, but remember, there's always a but. What up, guys? Welcome back. My name is Luke, and I'm joined by.
Hey guys, what it is? It's Chris, but you already knew that. Welcome back.
Today's topic, bro. I think we got our response.
Yes, we did. And guys, big thank you for interacting with us and leaving comments. When we say drop a comment, we actually being serious, and we are so grateful that you guys actually went there and left comments.
Oh no, it picks up. It picks up. Sorry, bro. Yes.
Yeah, no. So we got a lot of insight from the last video we dropped. If you haven't watched it, please do. Links up there. And eye-opening stuff, because then we got perspectives we previously didn't have. And disclaimer, that last video was based off a question, right?
Yes.
So we didn't have all the facts. It was just like we were curious. Put it that way.
Yes, I mean, we clearly stipulated, or rather posit forth a question. It was not a statement, asking whether the president of Zambia was a good president. All right. And we got the response. A lot of people didn't actually understand the whole thing. They just looked at it and, of course, keyboard warriors, and they started typing already without really understanding the whole thing. Or rather, I think a lot of people didn't really watch the whole thing.
Not really.
Because if you did watch, you would have understood where we're coming from, because we clearly stated or highlighted everything within that very video as to why we came up with the conclusion, or rather why we asked the questions that we did, and which was, of course, the title of the video. And so, yeah, it was just crazy. Guys, I encourage you to also watch the video completely, because that way you don't misunderstand and you don't write stupid things in the comment. So, yeah.
Yeah, but we're here now, and just digging deeper into the topic, we just uncovered so many things. So I guess that was a blessing in disguise, right?
Yes, it was.
Because then there are many narratives, is what I've come to understand. Like,
really?
They actually are. There are many different narratives, and as you'd have it, very broad range of perspectives, actually.
Really, from reading the comment section, I thought like almost 90% of people said he was a good president.
Yes, I'm saying, like, because that prompted research from us, right?
Oh, yes.
And the research made me understand that it's not as simple as we thought it would be, and it's not as simple as a lot of people put it. So there's actually room for perspective in this whole thing, pretty much.
So, yes. Based on research and based on people's opinion, we will therefore conclude that he's a good president.
Why? Hold your horses, bro.
No, wait.
Okay, say what you wanted to.
We'll therefore conclude he's a good president. Like I said, based on the research we did and based on people's opinion, he is a good president. But, remember, there's always a but. But it depends from which perspective you're standing at.
The beautiful word. The word of the day, the P word.
Yes.
Perspective.
So based on the comments, yes, I'll repeat this again, just for clarity, so that you don't misunderstand me, guys. For clarity's sake, based on people's opinion and based on the research, right? Because remember, I read articles that are basically speaking in his favor.
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I read articles that are basically speaking in his favor. I didn't really look at from the negative aspect, because I was going off based on the question and the response we got. Almost 90% of people that commented actually spoke of how good he is, right? There were only a few individuals that spoke of how bad he is, that he's not a good president and stuff like that. And yes, majority of people that commented as to why he's good really didn't stipulate, or rather give facts, right? Because you can't just be good on paper. Like, they didn't really give facts. So based on that, he's a good person. And based on the articles I read, no negative press, he's a good person. But it depends from which perspective you're standing at. Yes. What's your point, bro?
Yeah, just to back your point.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the opinions are actually based on emotion and how people feel about
Really?
the person. Yes. Look, there's a difference between reality and what we believe is reality, right?
Yes.
And what's the qualifier or disqualifier, if we want to call it that?
It's all, what do you
the
mean?
facts,
It's
right?
yeah, it's always facts.
It's always the facts.
Yeah, what has the person done?
Exactly. And from digging through a couple articles, obviously from my perspective, I saw it from him going to Chingola and giving the speech, etc. But even other sources as well
Yes.
put it that he's done a lot for the country. But if you read actually what the testimonies are saying,
Yeah.
you quickly come to understand that this is how people feel about him based on what he's done.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
So, conclusively or semi-conclusively on my end,
Yes.
that's how they feel about him,
Yeah.
and they're entitled to feel that way.
No,
good.
that's okay. Yeah.
Good. So the opposite could also be true. That means that there might be people who don't see things from the same viewpoint
Yes.
and think, based on their feelings as well, that
Yeah.
he might not be such a standout candidate, and it's same old, same old.
Really.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes. You know what? In this episode, I think we're gonna look at both perspectives.
We should.
Okay, so I'm so glad you covered. You looked at the other side of things. I looked at the different side of things, which was basically the many things he's improved,
Exactly.
right? And you looking at it from the perspective of the many things.
Well, it's just the voices of the opposition.
Okay, what's the number one thing? Give us.
Well, it's not really a big failing or anything else. It goes back to him going to Chingola and giving the speech and being attacked by illegal miners. Again, thank you guys for the info in the comment section.
Yeah.
He had people protecting him, obviously.
Of course.
Yes. And then there were people that looked at it not quite the same, right?
Okay.
I believe it was the leader of the Socialist Party
Okay.
in Zambia. I think I have the article here. Give me a second. Who I wouldn't say called him out directly, but indirectly said that the perpetrators weren't 100% at fault.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
This person
Let's
implied
pop
that.
up the article.
Let's just see. Fred Mbembe, president of the Socialist Party, criticized the UPND government's handling of the visit to Chingola and Dola, listing the following things: incompetence, ineptitude, inefficiency, ineffectiveness, disorderliness, and saying he was very disappointed. He said Copperbelt Minister Elisha Matombo, who I believe belongs to the UNPD, who was supposed to prepare for Mr. Hakainde Hichilema's visit, should have cross-checked and properly analyzed the political situation before taking the president to that rally. So it's an indirect jab at saying that there was no proper oversight done by Hichilema's people, and therefore it was a risk before he even got there. So him going there was probably not the best thing to do in hindsight, right? Dr. Mbembe also expressed disappointment at the president's reaction, describing Mr. Hichilema's language as uncouth and unacceptable, and quoted the president as saying nobody should disturb their campaigns, noting the tension between holding campaign rallies and opposing others to do the same. So, in other words, Mr. Mbembe is implying that Hichilema has some sort of a double standard in a way that he advocates for holding campaigns, and it should be peaceful and progressive and should actually happen, and nobody should disturb it, right? However, let me see if I got that right. Ads. Can hit ads. Holding campaign rallies and opposing others to do the same. So basically
he's allowed to do it, but
others
opposes others from doing it.
And the irony is, when he's opposed from doing it, then it's such a big thing now, basically.
Okay, so that it's all over the news.
Exactly.
It's publicized and everything
it's mass
else.
publicity when it happens to him, but he's not looking at the man in the mirror when it comes to him actually kind of blockading others from doing the same.
Okay.
So he's getting a taste of his own medicine. Okay. So it's clear that, yes, like, Mbembe is not really criticizing him directly, but he's putting a mirror in front of him and saying, what did you expect?
Okay. Okay, I mean, this is a very interesting perspective. I didn't look at that. Like, I didn't really look at the critics. I was basically looking at the fact that the people praise him, and I wanted to compare basically the is the improvement he has carried out so far. Maybe that's the reasons why a lot of people, because like I stated before, a lot of people in the comment section didn't really specify as to why he's a good president. They just stated that he's a good president. Back to your point, that can be out of emotionalism. All right, it can be as a result of publicized news, and you know how the news can somehow lure people into loving a person without facts, right? So looking at that very I even lost my train of thought, but yeah, looking at that very thing, right, in as much as people didn't give you the fact, personally I took it upon myself to like look at the very fact and the improvement is actually made in Zambia.
What did
thus
you
far.
find that was outstanding for you?
Oh, quite a lot.
Quite a lot?
I actually had to write it down.
Okay, yeah, let's
So yes,
let's see some of these.
so and well, I had like a thing bullet points. made,
Yeah, this is comprehensive. Okay.
Yes.
For everybody that said we should do research, this is comprehensive.
We had to do research. So yes, so point number one, economic recovery and debt management. So HH's administration is most noted for stabilizing a collapsing economy through rigorous fiscal discipline and international negotiation. Historical debt reconstructing secured a deal to restructure approximately 6.3 billion of Zambia's external debt with official creditors, including China and France, effectively saving the economy from default.
Wow, that's major. Major. Coincides with what the Namibians did, writing off a $253 million debt, I believe. Very clever
So
way they did.
he basically stabilized it, and inflation control managed to bring inflation down significantly from a peak of 13.1% in 23.1 in 2021, right? Yeah, to an average of roughly 15 by mid 20, which is mid now, mid 2025, stabilizing the cost of living compared to the previous hyper-inflationary trajectory. That's another thing. And the GDP growth, revitalized economic growth, averaging 5.2% between 2021 and 2024, a sharp increase from the 1.5 average of the preceding years. So that's just one.
Yeah.
The list goes on. We're still going to read if there's time. We're still going to go. So basically, these are the major economical, what can I say, plays he's actually
the big wins
contributed, the big wins that he's
had.
actually contributed to. So
Great, bro. That's amazing.
but the question is, are people really seeing this, or is this on paper? I mean, that's the question that I can actually ask. Are people really seeing this improvement in regards to the economy, or is this just on paper?
And that's a good question to ask, because we can look at the facts all we want and be like, great, the economy is better, inflation's gone down, the GDP's improved. But is the average Zambian citizen, are they experiencing an improvement in quality of life, in cost of living? Okay, let's not go too deep. Let's look at it purely from an economic point of view.
Yes.
Is the average Zambian citizen more economically empowered post Hichilema than they were before him?
That's a good question.
That's the question, right? One indicator would be the GDP, because then that takes into account
even
the
inflation,
performance, right? And people's income and everything
Yes.
like that. If it went up from 1.5% to, what's it now? It's at 5% now, right?
I think it increased. So averaging between and a sharp increase from the 1.5%.
So in 4 years,
yeah,
right? It used to be at 1.5%,
Yeah.
the GDP growth, and now it's gone up by 5.5% almost. That tells you that the economy has made it more conducive for the average Zambian to make more money.
Yes.
And therefore, the GDP has experienced some sort of growth.
So-
So that's one metric we can kind of use to judge and be like, okay, fine, maybe that's an indicator.
Yeah.
But again, it's this is why I just wanted to isolate it to the economy only, because a good life is composed of many different things. It's not
Yes, it
just
is.
like, having a job and making money,
Yeah.
right? You need infrastructure, you need education, you need healthcare, you need food, you need your country to be safe, right?
Yeah.
So it's many different things.
There's a
but
lot of factors that we can actually take into
plenty,
consideration
plenty.
that this us looking at it from this very perspective, a broad perspective, doesn't really take into consideration the needs and bits that are happening, because we actually not living that very life, right? I think one thing we can do is just go. Our opinion are going to be driven based on the articles,
Yeah.
and people's opinion, and
Exactly.
of course, like we highlighted, people's opinions are not that reliable because emotionalism once more again, and misinformation again. You just find out these are fanatics and all. I think living the life and being on ground, I think, gives you a different perspective. So, guys, just bear in mind with us again. If you are not satisfied with this very thing, but that's where we're coming from, basically.
It's as much perspective as we can give you guys, unfortunately. Anything else would mean we will start a GoFundMe, and then you guys can get us tickets and we'll go to Zambia and we'll report from there.
So yes, some of the other things, just highlighting, because I mean, GDP, an increase in GDP also speaks to the level of employment as well. So, so apparently, employed over employed, right? He basically created. So educational reform, the new Dawn flagship. The administration identified education as a primary equalizer for Zambian citizens, implementing a bold policies to ensure access for all, right? For all, yes, for all individual. Free education policy. Abolished all tuition and PTA fee for government primary and secondary school in January 2022, leading to a massive increase in enrollment. Over 2 million students returned to school.
That's impressive.
Historical recruitment. Employed over 37,000 teachers. Yeah, estimate now exceed, of course, 42,000 in total. To reduce the teacher pupil ratio, the largest single recruitment drive in Zambia's history.
Record-breaking stuff.
Yeah. Wow. School feeding. Expanded the school feeding program to cover all 116 districts to ensure vulnerable children stay in school. So yes, it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. I mean, I can actually...
you could actually read this for a while.
I can literally read this for a while. But yeah, if you guys want the articles and stuff like that, just let me know, then I just put it in the comment section. But you guys can actually go read on it. It was very interesting looking at this very thing. So yes, healthcare worker recruited over 11,000 health workers in 2022 alone, with subsequent annual recruitments bringing the total to over 18,000 new medical staff. So it can go on and on, but the question is this different from reality? Is this really the reality being experienced, or is this just on paper? That's another thing.
Well, that's another question. Whether or not I think these facts could be cooked up is another conversation that I'd rather not have. Yeah. I'll take them at face value and say, yes, this is the reality.
Yeah.
Would I have a different opinion if I stayed in Zambia? Absolutely, right? Because
most probably,
it probably would be a bit more informed, and it would be a bit more reliant on what's actually around me.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at what we got from our bit of research here.
Okay.
But I mean, look, he's ticking all the right boxes.
He is actually ticking all the right boxes, yeah. In regards to, if we were to not like just disregard people's opinion, the 90% of people that commented on our previous video will say he's actually one of those presidents where a lot of his citizens are actually saying good things about him.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Because like as the president, you are citizen number one. You are the father of the nation, for lack of a better phrase.
Yeah.
And you're looking after your children, right? Your family, extended family, etc. So, I mean, I think we've had this conversation many times. In Africa, our problems are very linear and granular. Therefore, the solutions must be linear and granular as well.
Yeah.
we haven't got enough teachers. Let's hire more teachers.
Yes.
Kids aren't going to school because they're hungry. Let's have school feeding programs.
Yes.
Kids aren't going to school because they can't afford it. Okay, let's scrap school fees.
Let's make it free.
Yeah, primary and secondary school.
Governmental
so we get more
schools.
People. Exactly. So for me, that's a big plus. It's
Yeah,
not
it is actually a big
complicated.
plus.
Like solving linear problems isn't that complicated. And big ups to him for seeing that.
So yes, based on all this, what's my conclusion? My conclusion will be yes, he's a good president.
Yeah, I'm inclined to think the same. I think only time will tell if the progress.
I mean,
goes.
time is almost done.
Yeah, I mean that's brilliant. That's brilliant, and kudos to him. I'd probably just say word of encouragement: keep going, and long may it last. This progress.
Yes. So I think next year they're gonna do elections.
Oh, it's elections next year.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So yeah, guys, that's our conclusion. He's a good president based on your opinion and based on the articles we've read. He's a good president. This is just empirical, based on empirical evidence. I guess it's not we've not experienced it. So based on everything you guys said, he's a good president. So yes, that's it. Any last words?
No, not at all. Thanks for giving us the chance to get more information and give you guys these insights. And even with this video, please, we encourage you guys to comment, tell us what you think. And if there are different angles that you view this from, we welcome that as well.
Yes, please give us your perspective in the comment section below. And yes, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I guess we'll be seeing you on the next one.
Ciao.
Ciao.